Do you have to be here right now? I'm kind of on a date. By the cemetery? Will I ever see them again? Yes, because I'm coming to get you too. Hi, I'm the Fire Guardian, and today I'm playing Cemetery Mary. I read what this was about, but I forgot. I just know this girl likes cemeteries, and I hate cemeteries, so this is probably already outside of my comfort zone. Warning: this game contains themes and depictions of the following: stalking, kidnapping, strong language, mild drugs, alcohol, and smoking, blood, murder, suicide, flashing images, and potential loud noises. Discretion is advised. I have never been to a funeral that I didn't enjoy. Oh gosh. Okay, that's scary. Why would you enjoy a funeral? That is, until very recently. And I wasn't quite sure how to feel. It was a beautiful service, and one they certainly deserved. If only it had come later in their lifetime. And maybe it could have been prevented. If it wasn't a murderer in my city. That's what everyone's been saying anyways. The Blackwood Butcher. That's what they called him, at least. It was hard not to overhear the rumors people said about them. I heard they strike at night. I heard they only target one person at a time and don't stop until they're dead. Whoa. I heard it's a ghost, blindly seeking revenge. I didn't believe in any of that. At least, not at first. But my parents did. And because of that, they didn't like me going off to the cemetery alone. I don't think anyone would like you going off to the cemetery alone regardless if they believe in ghosts. Staying until it closed. Walking home by myself in the dark. Even though it was only across the street, these rumors had made them afraid for my safety. Do you really believe they're real? I asked my father. I do, he answered. Are you really worried for me? My mother did not say anything, but that is to be expected. They thought I was a perfect target, but I still don't believe in it. Still, they were worried about me, so they sent me off to live with my aunt, uncle, and cousin. They didn't live far, at least not anymore. They moved from their fancy home in gorgeous Howland City to a small little cabin in the woods. I never understood why, but I never really asked about it either. My parents felt I would be safer with them. I didn't want to leave, but every day I stayed only seemed to stress them out more. So I went to make them feel better. For the first few weeks, everything was fine. I barely left the house, barely went to town anymore, and when I did, I was always with someone, taking all precautions to avoid becoming a victim of the butcher. But I still thought it was only a rumor. Even if the number of deaths in our community increased, I never thought that I or someone I knew would be a victim. That's a crazy way to think, but alright. Then, that thing happened to those two. And for the first time, I was worried. Shortly after that, my own parents disappeared. They weren't in the diner, nor could I contact them. Even the authorities couldn't figure it out. No one had seen them. It was as if they had suddenly vanished. As if they were killed off. I don't like to think about that possibility. Actually, well, there was also that other thing that's happened. Maybe I should have told the authorities about it. Oh my gosh, what? Or anyone for that matter. But I was too afraid of what might happen if I did. Your parents are safe. Whoa. Oh, I knew I would fall asleep if I sat down. Is it raining outside? It wasn't supposed to rain today. The lights are on outside. Is Crowven out there? I better go check. What are you doing out here? It's raining. Ooh, okay. I can see that it's raining, Mary. Okay. Where's Aunt and Uncle? Quit it, Mary. How many times do I have to tell you? They went to hell. Oh, okay. So yeah, they're dead or got taken away or something. Okay, Crowven, I finished dinner. Come inside. The spaghetti. I used your favorite sauce too. Okay. I'll be inside in a second. Just let me put this out. Is this your cousin? All the food is cold. I know I fell asleep after I made it, so I just wanted to take a seat in the living room, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. Other than that, we didn't say much, and dinner was quiet. I cleaned up most of it, but Crowven helped a little. After that, he went to go sit in the living room. Once I finished cleaning the kitchen up, I joined him, like usual. Normally after dinner, when Crowven and I sit together, we do something fun. We play a game on our phones together, or we get out a board game, or we play cards. Talk about our days if something exciting happened. But that's when Aunt and Uncle were still. Crowven's been in a pretty bad mood since. It's not as if I can blame him. I wanted to talk to him, but I don't really know if he's much in the mood to talk. What should I do? I feel like he'll get annoyed with me, but rip, alright. But I'm going to attempt the conversation. Oh no, do you want to talk about it? Okay. Crow, do you want to talk about it? There's nothing to talk about. I've still got my old therapist's number, you know. Oh no, don't do that. Crowven? Ain't there a reason she was your old one? It doesn't mean she can't work for you. I know. But she was good at this kind of stuff. And I've been thinking that maybe... Shut up, Mary. Damn. Just shut up already. Can I be bitter over it? Yeah, you can, but that doesn't mean you can't go to therapy. Why are you trying so hard to rush me to therapy, huh? Thought you knew about this shit better than anyone, but here you are. I'm not gonna stop being upset because you miss me being all happy, smiley and shit. It's not about you not being upset, or at least I don't know. If I'm suggesting therapy, it's not because you can't be upset anymore. It's just because maybe you need help. That's literally. Can't you just stop trying to fucking talk to me about it? Okay. I'll get over it when I get over it. Oh, okay. Maybe get your own life and then you'll stop worrying so much over mine. Sorry. I think I ended up making Crowven more agitated trying to talk to him. I already knew that was gonna happen, but dang, it just went in. Oh well. Remind me not to try to talk to you about nothing else. After a few more moments of awkward sitting, I went upstairs and headed to my bedroom. I didn't want to make Crowven angrier than I had already. I brushed my teeth and got changed to my pajamas. I stressed out on what you could consider my bed. The room I have in this, the room I have in the cabin is nice. It's not like my room back in my actual home, but I've stayed here so long, I've been able to decorate it a bit more to my liking. It's a pleasant room to stay in, even if it's not quite home. Of course, I don't normally sleep right away. I usually read a book, watch a movie on my laptop, or lie awake thinking of every embarrassing thing that's happened in my life. But as of recent, I picked up a different nighttime ritual, one that's nowhere near as pleasant. The text message I received the days following my parents' disappearance. It was from a number I didn't recognize. Your parents are safe, it said. I know I should have done something smart. I should have told somebody. But instead, I texted the number back and they responded to me. I noticed that other than the first message, they usually don't reach out to me. It's me who keeps texting them, hoping to find out what's happening behind all this. Okay. Are you still awake? Whoa, okay. I am awake whenever you want to talk. Will you tell me who you are? Nah, my parents. Yeah, yes. I'm keeping a careful eye on them. Who the heck are you? How can you be so sure you even have them? What if you're just trying to prank me? Why would I do that? Why would you text me that my parents are safe? And why do you have my parents? Or are you just watching them? I don't know. Because I'm hoping it's a prank. I'm sorry, it isn't a prank. I can promise that it's all real. How did you even get my number? Your parents gave it to me. What? Why would they do that? Because they care about you. You must be lying to me. My parents wouldn't do something like that. I'm sorry. You know your parents as well as you think you do. What does that mean? Seriously, you freak me out. I just want my parents back. Please don't drag this out. I just want them back home. You should get some rest. It's late, isn't it? I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is weird. I don't like to text for too long. Until then, goodbye. What in the world? Goodbye. They suggested that I get some rest. But how did they expect me to do that? I had never felt more restless in my life. Even asleep, I knew I wouldn't rest. When I woke up the next morning, Crowven had already left for the day. But that wasn't a surprise. He'd been staying out late and leaving super early ever since the incident. I think being home bothers him. I'm not surprised. Whenever I pass a diner, I too feel like not being there. It's not the same without mom and dad. It's not the same without mom and dad after all. Despite this cabin being in the middle of the woods, it really isn't that hard to get back to Blackwood. Outside of our cabin is a faint and dirt trail. It gets a bit twisty at some parts, but it isn't too confusing. It takes about 15 minutes to walk down, but maybe 10 if you're fast. At the end of the trail, there's a fence, one with a slight gap in it. And past that fence, there's a little community. It isn't big. A few trailers with a few people living all the way out here. Far from anything anything. But there's a road here and a bus that comes through. It runs through Blackwood. So whenever we need to leave, we take this bus. And then, after the end of a short trip, you're in Blackwood. It's a city I grew up in. and I always really loved it. There's the library, the local stores, but my most favorite place to be is the Blackwood Cemetary. It's got lots of trees to read under. Okay. And the prettiest headstones I've ever seen. There's a mausoleum too. Though I've never been inside. Private mausoleum, you know? I don't know who it belongs to. Anyways, I always try to leave flowers when I visit, at least ever so often. And I visit a lot. I like to think it helps them, you know? Not feel lonely. And then after having spent my day in Blackwood, I come back home the same way I left. But I always make sure no one sees the way I came back home. Just in case, you know? Despite the recent events, I too leave the cabin more than ever now. Crowven is really home, and I don't like being here alone. I know I'm just being paranoid, but I don't like the thought that maybe the butcher could find me out here all alone, even if that's the whole reason I'm here in the first place. So I go out a lot more now. I feel more comfortable surrounded by lots of people. Despite how things may seem, I always prefer to be around people anyways. That's one reason why I like to go to cemetery so often. There's always people there. Like alive people, or are you talking about dead people? Because being comfortable around dead people is crazy. Even if you can't see them. After I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast and got changed into my favorite outfit. Crowven's gone, and the bus I take out into the town should be arriving any minute now. Where should I go today? Not the cemetery. I kind of want to go to the library. But something's telling me cafe. Someone's saying cafe, so let's go to cafe, I guess. I probably should have saved. Oh well. I decided to go to the new cafe that's opened up. Planet Dollars is a popular coffee chain, but we never had one in this town. Well, until now that is. I've always wanted to go there just to try it, you know? Although, I don't actually like coffee. But still, I could at least see what they had, right? When I got to the cafe, it was already packed. I thought since it had been around for a few weeks, some of the hype surrounding it would have died down. But I guess not, seeing as how noisy and crowded it was. Still, at least it was something different than usual. As I said, I'm not particularly fond of coffee. I've never really had coffee. Like, I had coffee one time. Like, a couple months ago, my husband gave me some of his coffee. And I was like, that is just disgusting. So, and since I had a light breakfast anyways, I decided to treat myself with a muffin. A chocolate muffin. Because sweet foods are the best. However, I found myself in a bit of a pinch when I tried to look for some place to sit down. It seemed as though everyone's seats were already taken, and I really didn't want to walk and eat at the same time. Luckily though, I was able to find an empty seat. A girl around my age with the most spectacular eyebrows was diligently working on her laptop with an empty seat across from her. I figured she must be writing an essay for college or something. Coffee shops are popular with people in college, or so I hear. Seeing as this was the only seat left, I asked her, "Excuse me, may I sit here?" She didn't verbally answer me. Rather, she glanced over at me, rolled her eyes, and nodded to the empty chair. I tried to look apologetic as I said, "Thank you." Yeah, I would stay quiet, because that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna say it though, but, you know. No, you can't help with anything. Um, I'll compliment her eyebrows. Thanks. So, you're interested in what I'm doing here? Well, yeah, I guess. You seem to be very focused after all. As focused as I can be. What's your name? Me? I'm Mary. Twyla. Nice to meet you. Anyways, I'm working on a report. A report? Like, for school? No. Have you noticed something odd going on in this town recently? Something odd? I'm not surprised if you haven't heard about it. It's like the police are trying to dull suspicions. Or just arrest potential suspects so everyone can feel safe. Oh. Oh, are you talking about the killing rumors? The Blackwood Butcher, right? Don't say it so loud. But, yes. How did you know? Oh, well, I've been hearing rumors for a while now. And actually, my aunt and uncle died pretty recently. They were, killed. Really? Uh-huh. That's actually pretty... How did they die? Oh, I don't know. No one really told me, but the circumstances were strange. Like they didn't die naturally. There was definitely someone else involved. At least that's what I've been told. Uh-huh. Interesting. You know, maybe you can help me out with this report. And, some other stuff. Oh, I can? Yeah. If you're okay with that, of course. Oh, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, having a killer around is bad, so if I can help, like, raise awareness or something. I mean, like, yes. I'd like to help you. Thanks. This really put me ahead. I have to go, actually. I'm running late for something. Here, give me your phone number. I'm not entirely sure I'll need your help, but I'd rather have a way to contact you just in case. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, Twyla and I exchanged phone numbers. After she packed up her laptop and was picked up by her car outside. Come to think of it, I didn't actually see her drink any coffee or order any food. I guess maybe she finished before I got there. I don't know why she would choose such a noisy place to work though. After spending my day looking in some nearby stores, I went home pretty tired. I ate leftovers for dinner, yawned more than once as I got changed into my pajamas. I plopped myself into my bed and pulled out my phone, ready to continue the nightly conversation. You're there, right? Of course I am. I don't know why I keep contacting you. I guess I'm just afraid if I don't, you'll disappear or something. That's unlikely. I know you won't tell me where my parents are, but can you at least tell me why you took them? No. Why not? I don't know who could be seeing these messages. Are you worried about them being traced? Possibly. I may even change phones from time to time just to be careful, but you'll know it's me. I don't know if that should be comforting or not. I really don't see how this works. How am I supposed to trust you aren't someone dangerous if you don't give me info to go off of? Especially when I haven't even heard from my parents. Goodbye, Mary. Sleep well. What the heck? This is weird. I felt sick that night as I tried to sleep. I tossed and turned so many times, and yet I was still too tired to get up and try doing something else. I don't remember when, but eventually I was able to fall asleep. I didn't sleep very well, though. I'm not going back out there. You You saw how they were looking at me. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I just... Maybe it's better if I don't anymore. After I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast and got changed to my favorite outfit. Crowven's gone, and the bus I take out into the town should be arriving any minute now. Where should I go today? The library or cemetery? That wasn't very helpful. Okay, library. I decided to go to the library. There's nothing quite like a good book. My favorite kind of books are mysteries. Not necessarily murder mysteries, but mysteries in general. In fact, I kind of prefer when the mysteries don't involve anyone dying. There's a lot less tension there, you know? But maybe I'm just too soft. Bro, I love me some murder mysteries, especially like unconventional murder mysteries. I love unconventional murder mysteries, like Erased, Tokyo Revengers, and Oshinoko. I love those animes. Like, I love stuff like that. I also quite enjoy manga, especially the shoujo kai. I feel almost embarrassed to like them, but I find that they're cute and nice, and I like seeing the characters fall in love. Me too! Yeah, a shoujo. Maybe that's what I'll try to find at the library today. I think my first shoujo manga was, what's that manga called? Kilala Princess. I need to buy that manga, because I love Disney princesses and all that stuff, and so it's like literally a girl that like is meeting Disney princesses and stuff, and like I forgot. It's been so long since I read it. I was literally in elementary school and I found this book, so I really don't know what it's about. But if Disney makes an anime, they need to make that freaking manga into an anime. With all this stuff they're trying to take over, they need to make that doggone manga into an anime, Disney. I stepped into the library and began to make my way over to my favorite spot. A tucked away corner in the library, right by a single window. Sometimes I'd spend an entire day in that corner just reading. I've even managed to finish entire books without leaving the library. Whoa. I look forward to doing something like that again today, but I've only done it with manga. Like, I can't like reading a whole, like, you know how long you had to be sitting in the library to finish like a whole book? Well, I guess it depends on how long the book is, because I'm thinking about books that be like 300 plus pages. But like, yeah, manga, I can finish a couple mangas in the library. When I got to my favorite spot, I noticed a man was already sitting there. What? I was surprised, because usually this library is pretty empty. But this man, he's familiar. I've met him before. Oh, my apologies. Did I take your seat? Oh, it's you. It's nice for you to notice. Mary. Mary Anta. Yes? Anta? I think this is Anta. Ah, that's right. I remember you. From the funeral, right? Indeed. Do you remember my name? No. Oh. Reginald? That's right. It's a pleasure to meet you here. I was hoping I'd run into you again one day. Oh? I hope that doesn't come off weird. You were just such a pleasant person to be around. You really brought life into that funeral. What a strange thing to say, I guess. I think that's kind of strange to say, is it not? Am I tripping or is that weird? Oh, really? The Thank you. I think. So, what brings you to the library today? Oh, well, I didn't really have plans, so I just thought I'd check out a book or something. Likewise. What kind of book were you interested in checking out? Be honest. I'm um I'm actually here to look for a shoujo manga. Shoujo manga? What's that? Uh it's like, do you know what a manga is? It seems he don't. I have an idea, but I can't say I've ever read one myself. Well, it's like one of those, but it usually centers around the romance between the two main characters. And sometimes there's like friends or rivals. But I really like the comedy ones because you get cute jokes mixed into the romance. But sometimes the drama ones are really cute too, and they can get really intense. Okay, why are you blabbering about it? Like, yeah, this is something I would do though. I'm not even gonna lie. I have like very low social skills, so this is literally me blabbing off like unnecessarily about something. And sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not good at explaining things. No worries. I think you did a good job. How's shoujo? Sounds interesting. Perhaps I'll check one out myself later. I'm trying to be more open to new things after all. Anyways, what are you here to read? Me? I'm reading Manslaughter on a disoriented locomotive. Gosh dang. Oh, I've been meaning to read that one too. Do you want it? Yeah. What? Oh, no. No, that's okay. Please, take your time. Just, if you wouldn't mind, would you tell me when you're done with it? You know, so I could maybe read it later? Read it after? I'm fine with that. Though I've already gotten pretty far in, and I don't think I'll be finished by today. You have a cell phone, yes? Would it be alright if I have your number? That way I can notify you as soon as I'm finished. And, well, I like to try to be friends too, if that's alright. Oh, really? I mean, yeah, of course. Number acquired. Reginald and I exchanged phone numbers. I was shocked he even remembered me. But I consider myself meeting him again a pleasant surprise. That's how I be feeling when people like remember me that like I didn't go to school with. Like maybe if I just like went to a camp or something, and they'd be like, "Oh hey," I'm like, "Dang, you remember who I am?" And one I really appreciated. After one exchange, I picked out a shoujo book from one of the shelves and began to read in one of the other spots in the library. I ended up liking it so much I looked for the other books and brought two or three home with me to read later. After I came home, had dinner and cleaned the kitchen up, I began my usual nighttime routine. I got changed into pajamas, brushed my teeth, sat on my bed, and texted whoever they are. Hi, it's me again. Are you there? Yes. You're still not going to tell me anything, are you? No. Can I ask you something? Even if you won't give me an honest answer anyways? Okay. Are you the Blackwood Butcher? Would I tell you if I was? Are you afraid for their safety? Of course. Oh, why wouldn't I be? I see. Why do you have them? I wouldn't put it like that. I don't own them after all. Okay. even if they are in my keeping for now. You're way too vague. Why'd you even contact me to begin with? I thought you'd like to know about your parents. I'm only trying my best to keep you happy. Huh? You think I'm happy? Maybe not now, but you will be. I have to go now. Goodbye. Hold up. Goodbye. That is weird. I'm trying to figure this out. Like this, we're not getting a lot of information here. After another frustrating and unsettling night of text messages, I got under the covers and tried my best to sleep. It wasn't easy, and I had a lot of difficulty trying. I don't remember exactly when, but eventually I was able to sleep, even if not peacefully. Dad? Yes, sweetheart? Yes. Is something wrong? Mama told me that Uncle Ray died. Did she now? Are we going to see him? No. You don't need to worry about that. I don't? But listen, Mary. Normally when someone passes, you hold a funeral for them, right? Yeah? The thing about funerals, though, is that they're for people who are worth remembering. Oh. Okay. Dang. After I got out of bed, I made myself a small breakfast and got changed to my favorite outfit. Crowven's gone, and the bus I take out into town should be arriving any minute now. Where should I go today? Okay, let's go to the cemetery then. I went to my favorite place, the cemetery. The cemetery is pretty much on the same block as my family's restaurant. Right next to it, in fact. All you have to do is cross the street. It's on the same side of the road. I think my parents chose this location because it's good for business. That's what mom told me anyways. Wait, what? The cemetery is okay to the family's restaurant. Okay. People are usually hungry after a funeral. Who the heck goes to a restaurant after a funeral? Like, you go to somebody's house and then you have food there. Is that not what y'all do after? Isn't that not what happens after funerals? Is that not common? Like, you go hang out with your family at either some reserved place and somebody has cooked one of your family members has cooked a bunch of food, or you go to somebody's house where they have cooked a bunch of food. Like, you don't go to a doggone restaurant after a funeral, right? Am I tripping? Crying really takes a lot out of you, after all. I was always glad to live there, but I really love visiting the cemetery. I like to walk down the roads and see who got flowers that day. That's what I do most days. Sometimes I'll pick my own flowers just to leave on the graves that look like they've been forgotten about. I'm actually quite known for the cemetery. Really? Some people have even began to use a nickname for me, though I don't know how many of them even know what I look like. What? When I arrived at the cemetery gates, however, I was surprised to see Crowven standing there. What looked like a new friend. Crowven? Mary? Did you follow me? Huh? No, I didn't. You know I always come here. Yeah, but that's not usually until later. Why are you here so early? I mean, it's not as if I had anything better to do. Well, do you have to be here right now? I'm kind of on a date. By the cemetery? Oh, this is a date? I mean, it can be, if you want it to be. I'll think about it. I don't. Who's your friend? Introduce yourself, please. This is Vasilis. Vasilis. I have no. I don't know. Vasilis. Like Vaseline, but Vasilis. Wait, what? I met him at the arcade. Yo. Sorry, Mary, but can you please go? Why the heck are you by the cemetery? This is no wonder they didn't know this was a date, because this is insane. I really just don't have the energy for this right now. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I'll see you later. Later. See you some other life, Mary. I left Crowven alone. I didn't want to interrupt his little date or whatever. I especially didn't want to make him more mad at me. However, I wasn't going to let him stop me from going into the cemetery. I continued on, past the gates and stepped inside. It seemed emptier than usual. It didn't look like any funerals were being held today. Would it be mean of me to wish there was? Yeah, it probably would be. Forget I said anything like that. It was a really awful thing to say. When nighttime rolled around, I headed back home. I slipped into my pajamas and headed to bed almost immediately. Of course, though, I couldn't sleep right away. I had someone I needed to talk to first. Good evening again. Good evening. May I ask you something? You always do. How did you even know my name is Mary? I've always known. Huh? I've always known what your name is. Have we met before? If we did, you probably wouldn't remember. If? So we didn't meet? Take the if as a maybe. We may have met before, but would it make any difference if you didn't remember me? It would be as if we were meeting for the first time. That's weird. I'm uncomfortable. Any updates on my parents? They're fine. Will I ever see them again? Yes, because I'm coming to get you to... Excuse me? I just need more time. Good night, Mary. Huh? You coming to get me too? I went to sleep feeling pretty shaken that night. I try not to think about it. I'm surprised I was able to get any sleep at all. I'm surprised I didn't have any nightmares either. Uncle Cross? Yeah, Mary? Uncle Cross, can I ask you a question? Sure thing, kiddo. Shoot. How'd you lose your eye? Mary. That's not... It's fine, I don't mind. I lost my eye in war. You were in war, Uncle Cross? I was. I won't get into specifics of it, but it was important to me that I protect my family in any way I could. Do you miss it? My eyeball? Yeah? You know something? Not as much as I thought I would. I think I would miss you a bunch more. Aw. That's cute. I woke up late the next morning. I must have been pretty tired after the last few days. I dragged myself out of bed and followed my normal morning routine. Got changed to my favorite outfit, had breakfast, etc. And of course, Crowven was once again nowhere to be seen. However, when I checked my phone that morning, I realized he had sent me a message. To my surprise, there were other messages that were there as well from my new friends. Who should I read first? Hey, Mary. I'm sorry. I know I've been acting pretty nasty to you lately. I hope you know I don't mean it. Have you been to the Planet Dollars yet? I'll be heading there for lunch today. Maybe at like 12:38. I mean 12:30. You should come have lunch with me, my treat. And then I can like formally apologize or whatever. Good morning, Miss Mary Aunt. I hope you're doing well today. You had asked me about that book the other day, right? Well, I actually finished it quicker than I expected to. I really love to give it to you, but I won't be at the library today. I'm actually going to the to be at the cemetery. You like that place, though, right? You should come see me. Then I can pass the book over to you. Is it just known that I like... Didn't he just meet me at the funeral? How does he know I like cemeteries? Unless I'm just known for liking cemeteries, and that's something he just heard through the grapevine already. I'll be there a quarter afternoon or so. Then maybe after we can grab lunch or something together. I hope that doesn't come off weird. I just like some company for my lunch break. Call me back. Okay. Mary, it's Twyla. If you're still interested in helping me, I'll be at the library around noon today. It should be quieter there. And there's some books I want to pick up for research purposes. Meet me there if you can, but if not, I'll just call you up another time. Is that it? Okay. That's it. I was messaged by each of them. However, I think I only have time to meet up with one of them today. Where should I go today then? Honestly, I would be prioritizing my cousin to at least that's what I want to do. I think he's at the cafe, right? Yeah. It's a tough choice, but I have to choose one of them. I told the others I had plans and that I had to meet up with them some other time. And then when noon rolled around, I headed to my destination. I spotted Crowven pretty quickly, dressed in the way we do. It wasn't that hard. I recognized Silver's red and black striped sleeves from a mile away. When Crowven saw me, he gave me a hug. Aw! It made me realize how long it had been since he last hugged me. His arms felt relaxed. He was wearing his classic smile. Are you okay? For a moment, it looked like he was back to his normal old self. We had lunch together, and like he had promised, it was his treat. So you definitely dabbed. Of course I did. You know I had to do it to him. Oh, no. That's so you. I know, right? I thought about mentioning how happy I was that he was starting to feel alright. But I was worried that by bringing that up, he might get upset again. So I just kept the conversation going. There was no reason to bring it up anyways. So, would you consider it a successful date? Oh yeah, totally. I mean, they looked ready to kill me by the end of it, but in a fun way, you know? Kind of like how mom looks at dad whenever he makes a bad pun. Exactly. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Do you think you'll take them out again? Maybe. Wow. Going on a date sounds fun. Don't worry, Mars. Someone will take you out too one day. So anyways, do you like it here? The Planet Dollars, I mean. I always thought it was overhyped, but now that we have one, it actually ain't too shabby. Oh, actually I've been here before. Oh, you have? When? Oh, I was here just the other day, because I wanted to check it out. Funnily enough, we sat at this table too. Oh, did you? Oh, wait. Who's we? Did you suddenly make friends behind my back? Huh? Oh, when I was here, the place was pretty packed, so the only empty seat was at this table. But some other girl was sitting here too, and I guess we're like kind of friends now? I mean, I just met her, but we're keeping in contact, so. Her name's Twyla. Twyla? Yeah? Is there a problem with that? Mary, listen to me. I'm saying this because I care about you. Stay away from Twyla. Yeah, I wasn't getting good vibes from her. I mean, like she like my last choice to go see, to be honest. Because my choices were Crowven, Reginald, and then Twyla. Even though I don't think she probably doesn't mean any harm, but I still just don't get good vibes from her. Huh? Why? You just can't talk to her, okay? I can't. Of all people, you had to talk to her. She's the kind of girl who stabbed the devil in the ass with his own pitchfork. Seriously, you shouldn't be talking to her. Do you know her? Did something happen between you two? You never mentioned her before, and Mary, please. I know I'm coming off really bad right now, and you probably think I'm being a giant dick, but just don't talk to her. You just can't. See, you can't be doing stuff like that to me without explaining, because then we finna get into an argument. Bro, you better explain why you don't want me to talk to her. Right now. If she's that bad, I'll watch my back. I already promised I'll help her with some stuff. But I trust your reasons for disliking her, even if I don't know what they are. I think it's a little late to back out of the arrangement, but I'll definitely take what you said to heart. I'll be careful. Good. You should be. Come on. Let's go throw our trash out. Crowven was still salty over Twyla, even after I attempted to drop the conversation. He said he wouldn't talk about it anymore, but better not ever mention him to Twyla. Ever. We tried to spend the rest of our day together, but it was more than apparent he wasn't in a good mood anymore. At least by the time we started heading home, he had calmed down to a much more normal state. After getting home, he said he was going to smoke outside for a little bit, so I let him and headed up to bed and did what I do every night. Hi. Hello. Can we talk about that thing you said the other night? I haven't been able to stop thinking about it ever since you said it. What's bothering you? You said you were gonna take me! You said that you were coming for me, that you just needed more time. Are you really gonna steal me too? He'll be alright. I don't know about that. I promise. It's for the best. You're gonna make me sick all over again. What do you want me to tell you? Who you really are? Is that really what you want? You'll see me soon. But you shouldn't worry about it. It will happen when it happens. This is for the best. Even if you can't see that right now. Oh, even if you can't ever. When will this be over? Soon, hopefully. I just need more time. You'll hang on for me, won't you? Who the heck are you? Do I have a choice? Sweet dreams, Mary. I didn't sleep at all that night. I really didn't. There were a few times I shut my eyes and tried to, but nothing could calm me down anymore at this point. My anxiety was through the roof. I just wanted mom and dad back. I wanted to know for certain that they were okay. It should have been me that was taken. Maybe it was supposed to be. The next morning when I got up, Crowven was still home. He seemed to be acting pretty normal for once, at the very least, not agitated. But despite this, I didn't sit there and have breakfast with him. I wasn't in the mood to really talk to anyone, not right now. Not after last night. It was too much. I just wanted some private time to myself. And you're gonna go to the cemetery. I just wanted to cool down. As I was about to leave, Crow called out to me. Not eating breakfast, Mars? I responded. Not today, I'm not hungry. He responded with a simple okay, and after that, I was out the door. I just wanted to go to that place and not be bothered. On the bus right there, all three of them texted me again. Crowven said he noticed I left pretty quick and hoped I wasn't upset with him after his behavior lately. Aw. Twyla talked about some of her progress on her research. And Reginald said he would be at the cemetery today. Whoa. Although I appreciated their messages, I really just needed to be alone. I needed to go back there. Wait, where are you going if not the cemetery? And just relax. Hold up. Wait, hold up now. No, that's not the right word. I wasn't going there to relax. What other incident happened, Mary? I was going there to mourn. The Dine Red. That's where I grew up. I lived my whole life in this diner. Restaurant? Bistro? I never know the right word for places like this. We always had such silly names for it, since it was right next to the cemetery. The restaurant, in peace. Sometimes the diner, that's terrible. Even just simply Dine Red, Dine Dead. Hehe. I always wondered if others caught on. You probably wouldn't know just from looking at it, but there's 2 floors. The bottom floor is the diner itself. I've eaten there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes all in the same day. The top floor is more like a house. Our house. There's bedrooms and a bathroom and even a small living space with a TV. It can be a little cramped sometimes, but it's cozy. No one could get up there but me and my parents, of course. The upstairs is locked. You need a key. Which I have, of course. After Mom and Dad went missing, the authorities locked this place up, and it's been locked ever since. They don't want anyone going in there, not even me. Because, I don't know, it's kind of like a crime scene or something. What? If this is locked up, does that mean they're dead in there? Or, well, I mean, obviously their bodies would have been moved. So how would... Okay, we're gonna find out. But I still had the key for the front, too. It's my house, after all. I carefully scanned the area around me as I stood in the parking lot. There were a few cars that passed by and maybe a person or two on the sidewalk, but no one really seemed to pay me any mind. It was still a bit early in the morning, so it wasn't surprising to see so few people out. I looked over my shoulders a few times to make sure no one was watching me. Then I stepped into the front door, unlocked it, and took a step inside, closing the doors carefully behind me. When I stepped inside, I was instantly hit with a wave of all different kinds of emotions. I had been avoiding the diner for a long time because whenever I passed it, I would just think of Mom and Dad and feel sad. But now, stepping inside, it felt nice. At least a little bit. Just being able to be in my own house after so long, it was bittersweet. On one hand, I felt so happy to just be home. Everything was just as I had left it. The light still entered in through the windows the same way it always did. It still smelled faintly of delicious food, even though the kitchen hasn't been used in a while. Even Mom's specials board was in the same spot, but it felt so empty, so desolate, so abandoned. There wasn't even a any electricity here. This place was hardly ever empty. We always had customers, and the diner always did well. There was hardly a moment where I'd come downstairs and only see mom or dad. There was always people, even if just one person was here. The counter would be full of coffee drinkers at night and in the mornings. I'd see families come by the diner, come by for dinner, or people out on dates come here. I always loved being able to see that. There were so many good memories in this place. Like, let's say 13th birthday. Not to say I didn't enjoy my following birthdays and previous birthdays, but my 13th birthday was especially enjoyable. That was the day my parents got me a tarantula. Oh. I had been begging them for months, and they finally gave in and let me get one. I always loved tarantulas, despite the way others often view them. Or maybe it was in spite of how people viewed them. But I always knew they were gentle if you were nice to them, the way you should be. I picked the biggest and fuzziest one they would allow me to get. I named her Shelly, and I'd collect seashells to put in her enclosure. I even put cute little bows on the outside of it. I always wanted to show Shelly to others, but of course, they didn't like her as much as I did. I really love Shelly, but she ended up getting sick. Dang, really sick. None of the vets could figure out what was wrong with her. Around sometime last year, she died. I was so miserable, I didn't even want to eat. Okay, well that turned sad, jeez. But my mom knew my weaknesses. She began making all my favorite foods for me, and it was hard being hungry and miserable at the same time. Even though it was just food, it helped me feel a lot better. Standing here, it's almost as if I could smell her still making it. And Dad would sit with me at the counter and make sure I got my fair share of dad puns for the day. I love being able to sit with them and eat and just joke around. But now it was all covered in dust and no one's here. Where should I go? I would go into their room. You missed them. I decided to walk up to my parents' room. I just missed them so much I couldn't bring myself not to. I stepped into my parents' room. The curtains were drawn open and the warm light flooded into the room as the sun finally came out from behind the clouds today. I could still smell some of my mom's perfume lingering in the air. Everything was so neat, just as they always kept things. You wouldn't have guessed they were kidnapped. There were no signs of struggle or even any sort of mess at all. The bed was made and all the stuff was exactly where it should be. The only thing different was a fine layer of dust from how long it had been, and the fact that my parents weren't here. I sat on my parents' bed. It was always softer than mine. I remember sleeping here as a little girl when I didn't feel quite big enough to sleep in my own bed just yet. Mom would help me build pillow forts here sometimes, and we would hang up a sign that said "No boys allowed." It didn't take long for me to start crying. I miss my mom and dad. I never even got the chance to say goodbye to them. The last message I got from them, it was my mom telling me she hoped I would sleep well that night. And then the next day, they were gone. Just like that. What do I do now? What if they never come back? What if I already saw them for the last time? I ended up falling asleep on my parents' bed. I was already exhausted from my lack of sleep, and crying certainly didn't help in that respect. When I woke up, I was unaware of how much time had passed. But I felt groggy, and I didn't think I should stay any longer. It would probably just make me feel worse. I got up from the bed and began to head back downstairs. It wasn't until I got to the bottom of the stairs that I noticed. Someone was here. Some stranger kneeling over in front of the doorway for whatever reason. I was almost frozen in my spot. Who were they? Why were they here? No one should have been able to get in. This place was locked up. No. Huh? That's right. I unlocked it. Crap. I stood there hoping they wouldn't see me. The way they were dressed, with baggy clothes and their hood up, told me they were likely bad news. Did they follow me in here? I wasn't sure what to do. I thought about trying to escape out the back way or sneakily heading back upstairs if need be, but as soon as I took a step back, I tripped slightly, oh my gosh, and let out a small yelp as I caught myself on one of the bar stools. The stranger immediately bolted outside. Wait! I wasn't even able to get a good look at them. For a split second, I considered trying to chase after them. And even if that wasn't a stupid idea, they ran much faster than I could keep up with anyways. Panic and slightly shaking, I took out my phone. I was so nervous I pressed it to my ear without even having dialed anyone yet. But who would I call? Oh my gosh, who do I call? The police? No, I can't do that. I was already in here when I wasn't supposed to be. And I don't want to put any kind of attention on myself. But I can't just call anybody. I have to tell someone about this. Who do I go to? Oh my gosh. Oh. I don't know, man. I feel like Reginald is he is close by, but he's still a stranger. Have him come in here would be weird. Would the mystery number even answer? Oh, okay. This might be a choice here, an interesting choice here. Unthinkingly, I called the unknown number. The phone rang for a few times, but no one picked up. Yeah, I didn't think anyone would pick up. Shortly after, I received a text from them. Why did you call me? I texted him back. Was that you? Were you just in my diner? I don't think so. What? What are you talking about? There was someone here. I thought it was you. You're telling me it isn't? I was not there. Nor do I know who it was. Okay, sorry. I really need to call someone else then. Good luck. Really? Is letting me call someone else? Did you see who since Reginald's close by, I quickly called Reginald. He was close by so he could get here the quickest. And maybe on his way over he might see that intruder. Yeah. Come on, please pick up. If you don't pick up, okay, I was about to say. Hello, Mary? Reginald? Reginald, you're in the cemetery right now, right? Yes. Why? Can you come over here? Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna tell him where? Oh, over where? Next door, the diner. I'm here and I really need your help. Help? What's wrong? What happened? I'll explain it once you're here. Can you please just come over? Certainly, I'll be there momentarily. Thank you. It was only a few minutes before Reginald got here, but it felt like hours to me. Once he arrived, he commented on how shaken I looked and asked what happened. I told him everything. Oh, about how my parents were missing. Whoa! And how I wasn't supposed to be here. I asked if he had seen any hooded person on his way over looking like they were in a rush. But he said he didn't see anything. He wasn't really sure what he could do to help, but he offered to look around with me and we could see if they left anything behind. So he wasn't helpful. Okay. I thought that sounded like a good idea at the time. It made the most sense in my head. Oh no. We started in the dining area and slowly worked our way upstairs. I guess I must have looked really scared because the look Reginald gave me when he faced me again looked so worried that it worried me even more. He reassured me that I didn't have to worry, offered to hold my hand to help me calm down. I accepted. We looked around, but we couldn't find anything suspicious left behind. However, when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. It was one of my favorites, and I always kept it right on the shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easily. Did they take it? Whoa, that thought put my stomach into knots. To think they must have been in here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh God, Eventually we gave up on looking. Oh my gosh, there was nothing else of note. And it's not like we could really do anything else right now. We headed back downstairs. At the very least, having Reginald here was able to calm me down some. Mary, I'm very sorry I wasn't able to help you as much as you would have liked. What? No, don't say that. You helped me a lot. I'm very glad you came. Really, I feel a lot better. Really? You're sure? Yes, thank you. Well, I'm glad I was able to help in at least one regard. You know, I was wondering why this place had closed down so suddenly. I had no idea it was because its owners went missing. A shame, too. I know I had only been here when we first met, but I would have loved to come again. I'm sorry, that was the wrong choice of words. I didn't mean... No, I'm fine. It's fine. It'll open again once they come back. Well, for your safety, then. Can you please not come in here until they get back? Huh? I don't know who was in here earlier, but there's a possibility they might come back. They could be dangerous, right? And what if you got hurt? You have to look out for yourself, Mary. I'm sure you miss your parents dearly, but they wouldn't want you putting yourself in danger now, would they? Yeah, I suppose you're right. Okay, responsible adult, jeez. I mean, he's right, but I'm like, hold up, Mal. Dang, I'm getting a lecture right now? I never even thought of it that way. You're right, I'll lock this place up again. Then, at least if that person does come back, at least they can't get in. That sounds like a good idea. Here, let's go. Why don't you walk around the cemetery with me? I'm sure it'll at least feel better than staying here. I don't know why I don't trust him. I don't know what it is about him that I don't trust. I say as like he wasn't the second person I called, even though I was going to call him first simply because he was close. My first choice in my mind really was to call Crowven, but I just didn't for some reason. Because I feel like he's going to be like, why are you in here? Which, I mean, rightfully so, but still. Yeah, you're right. I think I like that. Thank you. I let Reginald take me to the cemetery, away from the diner. He told me to show him all my favorite spots. That's nice. Occasionally, he'll talk about a decorated grave. As if I knew who the person there was. I wish I was able to have more answers for him. The rest of my day was pretty hazy. I couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. I didn't really feel any sort of relief until I got into bed that night. But, you know, that's never a relieving part of my day anyways.